Hey y'all, Pi here, and we're back in KOTOR 2. Whoa, okay. Game? We good? Alright. Sorry about that. I have no idea what just happened. And, something niggled in the back of my brain that maybe I should go check for loots, but there does not appear to be any. And this upsets me. Quite deeply, in fact. Oh well. Onward to victory. And our, oh, wait, loots! I knew it! Okay, now I'm gonna check the entire compound. Sorry, I was gonna go progress the plot, but loot is important. Okay.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment.
Yeah, whatever. Nice. So we defended Kunda quite successfully. Good job, team. And even though not one friggin' mine got used over here, they're all gone now. Very frustrating.
That was some intense fighting. I'm glad we both made it through.
Yeah, whatever. I want my mines back, man. I feel gypped. Alright, come on, guys.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
I initiated this way too early.
More with that
Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master.
Alright. We're done. Yes? Don't you mess with me. Now I'll go ahead and level up. Getting very close to 30 charisma, which is a goal that I have for no particular reason whatsoever. What do you recommend? No, not dueling. Shoot. Why do I have so much unarmed skill? It's dual strike. Maybe I should have more lightsaber focus. Let's do that. Make me slightly more persuasive. What do you recommend? Energies, resistance, and battle meditation. Actually, let's just go ahead and fill out that tree, because it's actually kind of useful in certain cutscenes, even if I'm not necessarily going to use it so much in actual combat. And it would have been nice to have it during Kunda, but that's okay. A message from Kelborn? What is it?
I received an urgent communication for you from Kavar. Return to the camp as soon as possible and I will tell you more.
He got a message from from Kavar. Yes, we should return to the Mandalorian camp as soon as possible.
There was a pattern to Revan's attacks during the Jedi Civil War. He sought to convert Jedi, not kill them. But that is not all. In fact, he fought to keep the infrastructure intact, killed certain political leaders that would lead to destabilization. First Patriarch Lelin Dur of Sirocco, the Corellian diplomat Mimis Yoon, and Yusunis of Achani.
Malik didn't seem too concerned with keeping the Republic intact.
No, you're correct. The pattern ends with Malik. At that point, worlds die indiscriminately. Or seem to. Taris, Dantooine, all become targets during this time.
What do you think Revan's plan was?
I think he was trying to unify the galaxy against some other threat.
Against what?
I do not know. And that concerns me.
I see. So, we're gonna have chats with everyone. Because, that's what I said I was gonna do, so that's what we're gonna do.
My life for yours.
I wanted to teach you some of the forms I have learned.
I am prepared both in mind and body for your teachings.
Thesis has learned.
I understand now. Such a form will increase my skills and my use to you.
See to it that you master what I have taught.
My life for yours.
I want to teach you some of the techniques I have learned on my travels.
I am prepared for whatever you wish to teach me. I understand now. I shall practice what you have taught me.
Interesting.
My life for yours.
I just want to
I
see
am
how far
prepared
I
for
can
whatever you wish to teach me.
go with this.
I understand now. I shall practice what you have taught me. My life for yours.
Nope, that's everything. Never mind, I'll be going. I desperately want to talk to Bayodir.
Yes, General?
But he has no dialogue options. Can I? No. Dang. It bothers me that he's hurt, and I can't do anything about it. Where's T3? No? Yeah, I'll find him later. Kreia!
Yes? Have you come with questions?
I want you to teach me more about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
The training can wait. Can you tell me about the Dirtby crystal instead?
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Most interesting. Your crystal does not perfectly reflect your current self. Remove it from your lightsaber, then ask me about it again. Is there something else you wished?
Never mind, I'll be going now. So I need to go remove the crystal, and then I'll come back, and Kreia will fix it for me. And like I've said before, that is definitely something that you want to do regularly.
Yes? Have you come with questions? That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There. Now it is fully in tune with you again. Is there something else you wished?
Nope. My pet rock has been fed. Go put that back into my lightsaber before I forget about it, because I will forget about it. I know myself quite well. Okay. Now it does more cool stuff. Cool. Anyway, have anybody else's lightsaber? There you are. Let me see what I can do for you. The diamond and the Akasha. Not that. You can keep your orange. I'm not gonna upgrade lightsabers that nobody's using. Alright, cool. Hello, hello.
Yes? Is something wrong?
What are you doing?
At times, I meditate. Simply close my eyes and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
Can you teach me to meditate?
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
You have recovered force points and a one-time bonus to your force points through meditation. You can meditate with Disciple at any time if no enemies are nearby.
I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
I had other questions.
Of course. What did you wish to know?
You look familiar to me.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time.
I had other questions.
Of course. What did you wish to know?
What do you know about force bonding?
A force bond? What do you mean?
I have a connection to another that could be lethal to us both.
I'm not sure I understand.
I have a bond with another that transmits pain across distances. If she suffers, I suffer. If she dies, there's a chance I'll die too. What?
No. I thought I had heard mention of such connections in some of the holocrons, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that were taken from the Enclave.
Where would the holocrons be?
I do not know. I do not know who has taken them. If we were to find them, perhaps I could help you find the answers you need.
What do you remember about the bonds?
I know some of what you speak. It is said that when a Jedi and Padawan establish a close connection, that they can feel each other across distances and coordinate their movements in battle. The intensity of the connection varies. That bonding is said to also be something that manifests itself in such techniques as Bastila's battle meditation, the ability to touch the minds of others, to demoralize or inspire them. It is also said that moments of death or near death may also cause such bonds. The stronger one is in the Force, the stronger the connection.
Is such a bond ever lethal?
I've never heard of a bond being lethal. I suppose such a thing is possible. I had not truly believed Bastila's battle meditation until I had seen it in action.
You said feel each other across distances. What about each other's thoughts?
Thoughts. Images, perhaps, but not actual communication and words. A bond often causes a sensation to be passed along it, such as extreme fear and pain. Still, I have seen Jedi who have the ability to communicate with aliens and beasts. It is a rare thing. Perhaps telepathy is one such talent.
I had other questions.
Of course. What did you wish to know?
Tell me about the Republic.
I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time. Still, there is hope, and I must remind myself of it, even when times grow dark. As long as we hold Onderon and Telos, then perhaps we have a chance.
Nothing, never mind.
Forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi. But the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile.
I left to protect the innocents on the Outer Rim.
I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out?
At first, I thought that was the sole reason. Now I'm not so sure.
Do you have a record of this trial?
Yes, the droid has a holo-recording of it.
Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance. With your permission.
You are free to do so.
I appreciate your trust. Thank you.
Very well, I'll be going now. Okay, good, I'm still gray. I wonder if that has,
I have studied the holo-record of your trial. I am unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the Order.
I did not leave the Order. I was exiled.
Yes, but exile is rare, and I have found it is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
And why would I choose such a thing?
I do not know. That is a question best answered by yourself. But it is you who made the choice to turn away, not them.
I still don't believe it.
I'm not certain I do either, but it is something worth considering.
Are you sure I don't know you? You look familiar, more so than before.
You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us the ways of the Force, how to hear it sing within others, within the life around Dantooine. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it, and I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the Mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path, and in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war as I grew past the age of acceptance.
So you turned away from the Jedi, the Force, because of me?
It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
It was not my intention to leave, but I had to.
Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked.
I could train you to feel the Force again.
It is not time, if there ever is a time.
Damn it. If you were once a Jedi, what are you doing for the Republic then?
I am on a diplomatic mission. I am one of several tasked with attempting to contact any remaining Jedi and convince them to return to the Republic.
Why did they choose you?
I know something of the Jedi. I have studied them for a good portion of my life, and now that they are gone, such studies are even more important.
Have you had any luck?
I do not think it is a matter of luck or chance, only my own inability to find them. While the Enclave trained me for many things, I am afraid that the life of a bounty hunter was not among them.
You can say that again.
I suspect my turning away from the Force is also a hindrance in such cases. I imagine the Jedi would be easier to find if I still maintained my connections to the Force.
Do you know what happened to the Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work, something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
Do you hate the Jedi?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have. But you know this.
What do you mean?
The problems with the Jedi are my own. I do not wish to burden you with my troubles.
Nothing, never mind. Alright, Disciple's also a tough nut. Basically everyone's a tough nut. Just assume that moving forward.
Yeah, what do you want?
Never mind. What about you?
Yeah, something wrong?
I was hoping we could talk.
Talk? About what?
Just wanted to get you to know you a little better is all.
Why, you trying to be my mother? No thanks. Already had one. Somewhere.
Just thought you might need a friend.
No thanks. I didn't need friends on Nar Shaddaa, and I don't need them now.
Here's some questions I wanted to ask.
Go ahead and ask.
What happened between you and Hunhar?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
What do you mean?
Do you really want to hear this?
Yes! Yes, I'd like to know what happened.
Well, Hunhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
Do you know the name of his homeworld?
I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. Sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it.
Do you know what species he is?
No idea. He's just Hunhar. I hope there aren't any more like him. I get the impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a mad calf hound among Rontos. Some of Voga the Hutt's men said Hunhar killed his own tribe, but those two crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows?
So he was a slave?
Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hunhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all.
Why was he wearing those cuffs?
I don't know. I always thought he just liked using them as weapons.
Sounds like Zerka deserved it.
Well, before you get too teary-eyed, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies?
Weren't they destroyed?
Right. That's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous.
Who did he work with?
Anyone who paid credits. And sometimes, he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, to the huts, to anyone who'd buy bodies. Living or dead. He and Voga used to do big credit transactions. That hut really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. Didn't make him too popular with the other huts, let me tell you.
So how do you factor in?
I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since.
That seems strange.
I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. But somewhere along the line, Hanhar's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Well, with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging himself to someone else, especially a human, was unbearable. So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It was like it pushed him over the edge.
What do you mean?
A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand.
What if someone else saved his life? Would he try to kill them?
Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened.
Worse?
Hanhar's tough. Really tough. And when he loses it, it's like nothing can stop him. I've seen him shrug off blaster bolts, boff and stunners, and even survive a freighter crash on Dursan 3. He keeps coming.
That life debt makes no sense.
Yeah, tell me about it. Like I said, I get the impression a life debt's supposed to be a gift. But to Hanhar, it's more like a curse to both people involved.
Any regrets that he's gone?
Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's gonna show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was.
Any chance he's still alive?
Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. Or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator.
So how did you save his life?
Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to send Hanhar after me. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. He didn't think I'd be much of a challenge.
And you proved him wrong?
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes.
Why use mines?
I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would buy me enough time to move through them and get away.
Sending out a jamming signal for proximity mines isn't a simple trick.
No, it isn't. I spent most of my childhood hauling mines and munitions. Got to know my way around them. If I hadn't, I wouldn't be here right now.
What happened with Hanhar and the mines?
Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely.
Barely.
He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. It had happened so fast. All the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, he was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me, that I would always be prey.
Sometimes it is stronger to spare a life than to take it.
Maybe. I've thought about that moment. A lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance.
Forget it. I had other questions.
Shoot.
You seem restless.
It's all this traveling. Being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Too quiet?
I'd rather be doing something. Somewhere with people, activity, some life.
Like Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it.
How so?
Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity. Aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive.
Kreia showed me how to listen to Nar Shaddaa once. How all life there is connected, is bound to each other.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it.
Maybe one day I'll be able to show you.
Maybe one day, I'll let you.
Yes! Come with me and let me show you what Kreia showed me.
Alright, but I doubt you're gonna show me anything I don't already know. And when you show me, don't act like a tourist. It attracts predators.
Nothing, never mind. Yes! 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 Okay. You have no idea how satisfying that is. Like pulling teeth. Alright,
Something up?
your turn. I have some questions for you.
Alright. What did you want to know?
What made you leave the Sith?
No, I don't
Damn
think
it.
we're ready for that conversation yet.
Damn it, Atten. Just... Alright, we're going to Nar Shaddaa. I know that we're supposed to go to Duxon right now, but we're going to Nar Shaddaa. Field trip. Alright. I know I didn't talk to T3, but I'll get to it. I promise. Alright,
I'm good to go.
let's go ahead and level you. Why you gotta be like this? That seems like a good one for you. Let's go. And I'm sure you still haven't heard anything. Because you are both deaf and blind. Quite tragic, really.
What's wrong? Why are you stopping?
This is the place that Kreia showed me, where you can feel Nar Shaddaa around you, where you can feel the Force.
No, I don't believe in the Force. It's Jedi tricks, sleight of hand.
Close your eyes. I want you to hear Nar Shaddaa. Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa, the ebb of life. A simple kindness can be given to another.
Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa, the ebb of life. A simple kindness can be given to another.
This is the Force, and all our choices, from the greatest to the smallest, affect each other, and the echoes travel.
This is the Force, and all our choices, from the greatest to the smallest, affect each other, and the echoes travel.
Feel these people, this planet, all around you.
I can feel this planet. I can't shut it out. It's louder now, it hurts. All these people.
Don't shut it out. Endure it, in all its pain and all its misery, and become stronger for it.
I've endured worse. I can deal with this. Can you train me to do what you do with the Force?
Only if you want me to, Mira. I have shown you the way. I cannot force you down that path.
I want to become like you. I want to be strong. I don't want to be afraid or alone anymore. I don't want to keep running and looking and never feel like I'm finding what I'm looking for. I am tired of being hunted. When the galaxy takes something from me, I want the power to let go. And I want the power to heal the echo when it's gone.
I cannot promise that, Mira. I can only teach you what I know.
That sounds all right, from where I'm standing.
Mira has taken her first steps on the path of the Jedi Sentinel. She will grow in ability as she travels and learns from you. Yes! I got a net light saved shift. Gross.
Let's move out.
Alright. Cool beans. Just gonna do that. Powers. Alright. What do I want you to be able to do? Useful. And something offensive. Let's do that. Ta-da! Okay. Now I am going to give you a lightsaber. Ta-da! Don't just cut a man. It's rude. Anyway. While we're here. What tribute have you brought me? Excellent. I'll return later for the next payment. Whew. That is... Go away. Quit being annoying. There.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Meditation envy?
Why don't you go sit on a rocket?
Calm down. What is your problem?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, you know, Atten, sometimes it's no wonder you can't figure yourself out the way you lie to yourself all the time. I've hunted a lot of people in my line of work, but I never met someone who wants to get lost more than you do. I've got a pretty good idea why, but not the whole picture. I will, though. My advice? Come clean before I find out.
That guy, I don't trust him.
I do. I mean, he's alright, I guess. He's like someone who watches too many holovids. Or teaches them.
Yeah, you're right. He's boring.
Yeah, and that puts him a few ranks up the ladder from you.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not boring.
No, you're more like a shifty lying idiot with a tendency to complain about every little thing and offer only small bits of helpful advice if pressured. He'd get beaten to death on Nar Shaddaa almost as soon as he landed, though.
Oh, that's good to hear. Thought I had some competition there.
Oh, well, it's not really a competition. I mean, you're kind of an idiot, Atten, and you don't shower enough, and you scratch your equipment when you think no one's looking. Don't take it too hard, though. That still makes you better than most people I've met on Nar Shaddaa.
Thanks.
And stop watching her. She's got enough problems.
Is there? Must be hearing things. But for a moment.
Interesting. I wonder.
I wanted to say thanks for what you showed me on Nar Shaddaa. It's gonna take some time to let it sink in, but thanks. I feel alive.
You've taken the first step into a larger world.
It's strange, but it feels right somehow, like a piece inside me just clicked into place.
Can I get some grenades? I was hoping we could talk.
Talk? About what?
Do you understand men?
Sure, they're easy. That's why I dress like this. When they're looking down to check you out, you can usually smash them on the base of the skull or deliver an uppercut that knocks them flat.
That could work, I guess.
It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a Bothan stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double check his bounty and see if he's worth anything.
This sounds like hunting.
Call it what you want. Me? I love my targets.
Nothing, never mind. There's a particular dialogue option with Mira, and I don't quite remember how to get it to trigger. Oh well. and Atten is going to continue to be Atten.
Something up?
I had some questions for you.
Alright, what did you want to know?
What made you leave the Sith?
No, I don't...
Whatever. Okay. Now, we could go to Telos. Might as well. So I feel like I'm probably going to edit this video way down to cut out all the backtracking. But, yeah. Alright, come on everyone.
Purnačeni so pa maranka do risa vota. Govona me, sucha to labache kamantuch, purtek choka.
Yes, give them to me.
Entes krem suchi norta harembe chokundido. Umrama nikodos, shing pala mumi.
Oof. Yep. Profitable.
Jedi. Jedi. Betrayer. All thoughts of me will slide from your vision, from your mind, like water. You know who I am, but you will be unable to voice it, to remember it. What does a Jedi see? Only what I allow them to see.
Ominous. Some of you guys at this point might be picking up on the fact that maybe, just possibly, Grizz not necessarily in this for altruism. Where's T3? I do not have any computer skill. I think I've exhausted all of T3's talking options. Bummer. Oh well. Now let's go to Onderon. Or, well, Dexon, technically. Actually, I'm going to try one more time to have a conversation with Mira. If it doesn't go the way that I want it to, I will simply cut it out of the recording and you guys won't have to suffer through. Alright, so I gained some influence with Mira. Didn't really cover any new ground, though. Trained her to do some stuff. So that was helpful, I think. And gained some influence with her, too, which I'm not quite sure how to take that. Alright, so I think Mandalore has to come with me. And I'll bring my new Jedi along. We're all matchy-matchy.
Yeah?
That's, that happened in a part that I'm probably going to cut out of the recording. Alright.
Reporting is ordered, Mandalore. I can take you wherever you need to go on Duxon.
It's up to you, Jedi. This soldier knows the terrain. He can get us where we need to go quickly, without needing to blast our way through herds of Canucks.
Let's go to your camp.
Follow me, then.
You received my message, then? A man named Kavar wanted to get a hold of you urgently. He said that the Queen had arranged safe passage to Onderon for you, but I don't know how good their offer is anymore.
Did Kavar say what he wanted?
He wouldn't tell me anything, just that he wanted to see you. He said it was urgent, but that doesn't matter now. This morning, General MacLeod met with the Council of Lords and declared that the Queen was guilty of treason. He'll be made regent if Talia and her royal guard are defeated. The military is divided on who to support. Civil war has fallen on Isis.
How can we help Queen Talia?
I doubt that Queen Talia and her advisor will survive until nightfall. The balance of forces seem to favor Queen Talia. The royal palace is heavily fortified and defensible, and most of the soldiers are loyal to her. But Vaklu has new allies, Sith soldiers and their masters. The war has also driven the caged beasts in the streets mad. Braylor and I both concur. She doesn't stand a chance.
You underestimate the Force, Mandalorian. I sense that we may still get to Master Kavar in time. I sense there is something stirring on the moon itself. Tell me, have your senses picked up anything from Duxon?
Yes, we have. How? We picked up some transmissions from nearby in the jungle. Zuka's satellite relay has also picked up several shuttle launches with old Sith transmitter IDs. Some sort of staging base, perhaps.
The Sith forces must be stopped. Otherwise, the Mandalorian is right. Master Kavar and Queen Talia won't survive this day.
Dividing our forces at a time like this is foolhardy.
And this is why a common soldier will never triumph against a Jedi. Your military tactics are nothing compared to the Force. It is essential and inevitable that we face both enemies at the same time.
I have to lead the group heading to the Royal Palace, don't I?
You are correct. You must choose who will lead the expedition through the jungle to find our enemies and defeat them.
I love how all of these are like saying such high praise and then we should sit Atten. I am going to sit Atten though, because I like Atten.
Hacking through beasts and jungles? That sounds like a job for me, as usual.
You should send 2 others to go with the leader. Who else will accompany the expedition?
Mira.
Okay. And who else?
Who is going to be the most useful? Because this group's gonna be hell. Honestly tempted to send Visas. But then... well, no, actually, let's send Visas.
Very well. Now, are you certain of your choices?
Yes, I'm certain.
Mandalorian warriors will go with you to find the enemy camp. Just let me know when you want to head out. If you need supplies, talk with Kex. After you get into the jungle, you might not have another opportunity to stock up. Let me know if you want to go now.
I'm ready. They should head out now.
As you wish. Mandalore has arranged for special transportation to get to Isis.
Finally, we're close to our objective. I sent the rest of my men to secure the trail behind us. My troops will keep the path to the Mandalorian camp clear. Ahead lies the enemy. I can follow you a little bit further, but then I will set up command and control for my unit in the field. So, lead on.
Alright. This is not gonna be fun. This is always just the worst section for me. Nat can definitely be wearing better armor than he's currently wearing. I have not played with him in a while, have I? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'll just leave him with that for right now. Wait, do you do dueling? Oh yeah, you're a master dueler. Neat. Alright. This is gonna go really, really well. Absolutely nothing will go wrong. Let's do this, guys. I should not be leading with that.
More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from.
Yeah. Killed the Boma. Okay, she doesn't actually have enough force powers to use the force power, or force, she can't use the powers I gave her. I could not seem to iterate that well. I don't know why. How much force do you have? Oh, that's the problem. Oh well. Good thing I sent visas. Atten. I will hurt you, boy.
Hold a moment. Past the mines.
A Type 2 perimeter motion relay. It's a little outdated, but it'll do the job. If anything moves within 6 meters of that, then they know they've got visitors. Someone skilled with a stealth field generator can get by it, but that's about it. But if they set off any of those mines, it'll still send the signal.
So, you aren't completely ignorant in the ways of battle? Good. But all of you must pass through its perimeter, and undetected would be better.
The same person that can use the stealth field can probably also disable it.
Avoid the mines. If any of the ones close to the sensor are detonated, then we shouldn't even bother.
Alright. This is not going to go well for me. Do you have stealth? No. Do you have stealth? Yes, quite a lot of it, in fact. but you do not have computer use or demolition. Okay, Atten, are you our happy medium boy? Yay, you have all the things I need. Alright. We are actually going to put this on you, I think. Yeah. Alright. Hide.
Wait here.
Woo, okay, he runs. I forgot about that. I think he's the only person on my team who has ever gotten the stealth run ability. And out of all the years I've played this game, I've never unlocked it for anybody. I'm not really sure how that came to be. There's quite a lot of thumping going on upstairs. I doubt you guys can hear it though. The perimeter sensor appears to be active. It hums quietly. Use the detonation pack to destroy the sensor. The demolition charge has permanently disabled the sensor. You can pass through this area undetected now. Okay, cool. Yeah. Come, friends. And I'm gonna lead with Mira. Not because she's my most capable warrior, but because leading with Atten would be a bad idea. Because if I lead with him, he can't use his, you know, unable to be knocked down ability. This turret power generator for the Sith camp is running efficiently. There are several manual levers and other controls to operate it. Rewire the generator's circuitry to cause it to explode. Get away from it. Generator is destroyed. Awesome. This is just sad. She can't use any of her force abilities. You know, I wonder if it's her armor, actually. Did I change her to... Okay. Calm down. We good? Okay. If I change her just into her normal clothing, can she now? No. She doesn't have enough force. That's sad. Actually, I think that her outfit's better for everything. Well, that's fine. You can stay like that then. Alright. I don't want to go too much further because I don't want to tackle the temple in its entirety in this episode.
Intruders, kill them!
Oh, shit. Whoops.
Time to even the odds.
This is fine. My goodness.
Time to even the odds. More where that came from.
Get in there.
More where that came from.
At last, action.
More where that came from.
So at this point, we've completely botched our stealth attack. But it's fine. because it opens from the other side. I see. Who has the highest computer use? I have pretty decent. You don't. You have none. Okay. Size computer. Access security cameras. Cool. Minefield. Okay, cool. That didn't help at all. System commands. Around a foothold scenario. Active turrets and war droids will eliminate all organics and intruders. Ooh. Officer logs.
This is my first day on Duxon. My predecessor displeased our masters and was dealt with. The fool let Canox through the perimeter. The Sith don't tolerate any failure. I'm the 5th captain to command this place. The camp sits in the shadow of a tomb. My subordinates say that the body of an ancient warlord named Praedon Ned lies inside. We don't know why we're here. We sit and make sure that no beasts come into our camp, and especially that they don't reach the tomb itself. A bleak assignment. Signing off.
So he loved his job.
This jungle feels similar to Korriban before it fell after the war. Everyone is on edge. Executions for infractions are commonplace here. 50% more than my previous command. There's a bloodthirstiness to the jungle. Beasts here continually assault our mined perimeter. We've had to replace the minefields 4 times so far. We received more equipment and more men today. The equipment went straight inside the tomb. As usual, I have no idea what it contained. We're expecting more Sith to arrive any day. They want us to capture one of the beasts for them. No explanation. There never is. Signing off.
You almost feel bad for this guy. Can I listen to this?
This is my first day of we sign.
Okay.
Coded messages from orbit and from Onderon. Some sort of conflict is brewing. I think we have a ship in orbit. We're on full battle alert against what they won't say. The Sith Master said something about a disturbance in the Force. Well, what does that even mean? How do I prepare for that? From his tone, the threat is serious. We've put a double shift on monitoring the aerial sensor grid. The only thing that could worry our masters so much has to be a drop ship invasion from the Onderon military. We will be prepared. Sid said soon we'll have reinforcements. When I asked for details, he said it was a surprise. I hate the ones with a sense of humor. Sith jokes are rarely pleasant. Signing off.
This poor man. I'm not sure if I, like, just put him out of his misery or made his day worse. It's really hard to tell.
How may I serve?
Stealth and treat injury and security. Powers. Oh, what's useful? Let's get some destroyed droid going, because we're about to have to deal with a bunch of droids. Spoilers. Could make him tough. Yeah, I think I'll make him tough. Ta-da! You look quite dashing in that armor, Adam. Not gonna lie. And everybody's roughly the same level of goody two shoes now. Because they're all linked to the main character. The foothold scenario doesn't seem to be working. Oh, maybe they already destroyed them. Wheel. In we go. Okay. This is where things get, serious. So, I need everybody to equip their shields. Even though I am bad about forgetting such things, this time it is important. Alright, let's go. Alright, this is where you can see. Get in there.
You are no match. I believe this is revealed.
Alright, cool. Didn't do very well on that. You know what? I might be stupid.
My life is yours.
I may well have turned off the droids before I tried to turn them against their masters. Herp-a-derp. Oh well.
I'm good to go.
Kill the bomber.
A weakness is revealed.
It really sucks that she has no force power to work with. Like, really sucks. Let's go. Whoa, okay. There's a lot going on. That last shiny shield in there. Alright, you still got yours, you still got yours. Alright, cool. Okay. That came off way too quick. Thesis, what you doing? I need you to do that. Okay, and then I also... Okay, you don't have enough. Never mind. You're on your own, honey. Alright. This is, going about how it normally does. Everybody is just about dead. Alright. You. Shield. Now. Sucks that this brand new Jedi of mine has basically no force ability whatsoever. What is going on? Okay, Jesus is dead.
Time to even the odds.
Great. Okay. just equip a shield to you. And equip a shield to you. Wait, what? Why are you not? Okay, that was weird. Who the hell is throwing grenades? You. I will end you. Oops. Nice hit. Really? He tried to throw a grenade. He wanted to be... he wanted to live up to his name, his position, and be the true grenader. Okay. We're just gonna have a chill moment in here. Wait for Visas to come back. Because my Jedi is useless. Visas? Please. Please. Come back. I miss you. I'll start singing here in a minute. Don't think I won't do it. Alright. What do I got? Buster rocket. That sounds like fun. That was kind of boring, actually. Nope. Let's just put a shield on real quick. Why does it do that sometimes? It's really annoying.
Say the word.
Why are you not wearing your shield? There.
Everyone down!
Okay, you are going to die. That had no effect. Okay, there it goes. I was about to say, with the amount of points I have dumped into trade injury for this girl, she better know how to use a med pack.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
Get him.
More where that came from.
Atten.
More where that came from.
Alright, we can do this. Just kill him. Just kill him. Come on. Just kill him. There you go. That was much closer than I ever wanted to get. Visas, so nice of you to join us. Did you enjoy your nap? It's so hard to get good help these days, you know. Alright, let's just collect our loots while we're hobbling around waiting for Visas to get her force powers back, because Mira is useless as a Jedi. And it is good that I included Visas in this field trip, because if I had not, this would have been so much worse. Turn off? Huh, cool. Okay, Visas,
How may I serve?
what you got? love how the only one not really fazed by this whole adventure is the one who can die repeatedly and get back up. And yes, I am leading with visas now. Because, Mira has lost the privilege of being leader. Okay, so, as I said before, I am not going into the tomb just yet. However, I wanted to clear the doorway first because that's always a shit show. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will be back in another 2 days with more adventures from B Team.